こんばんは。花です。今、花のストーリータイムです。今回も小崎優の日本びっくり辞典を読みましょう。最初に日本から英語に訳しましょう。It's Hannah's story time again. We're continuing to read Kozaki Yuu's The Surprising Encyclopedia of Japan. And I'll start off by translating from the Japanese to the English. 今週は中部地方の富山県。And this week we're looking at Toyama of the Chubu region. 州民のほとんどが家を持っている島がある。There is a city where nearly everybody owns a home. 人が住んでいる家、住宅の数は日本に約5361万戸。The number of houses where people live, residences, in Japan is about 53,610,000. このうち持ち家は約3280万2000戸。Among these, homeowners number about 32,802,000. 都道府県では秋田県が約 77% 以上と最も多く、富山県がそれに続く。Among prefectures, Akita has the most with over 77%, and Toyama ken is the next most. その富山県でも驚きなのが南砺市だ。But in Toyama is the surprising city of Nanto. 人口あたりで見ると、持ち家の比率が約 20%。Looking at the ratio of homeowners to the population, they number about 90%. しかも、家の敷地面積は全国トップ。What's more, the lot size of homes is the largest in the whole country. つまり、広い家に住んでいる人が多いということになる。This means that there are many people who live in a large house. ちなみに、南砺市は昔から木工技術の高い地域でもあり、野球の木製バットの生産数でも日本一だよ。Incidentally, Nanto City is the area with many homes historically constructed from wood, and is the number one producer of wooden baseball bats in Japan. 富山県では自分の家を持っている一人前という考えが昔からあるそうだ。Toyama is thought to be the place where the old mindset of you are an adult when you buy a house came from. 富山県の基本の城 Things to know about Toyama. 県庁所在地は富山市。The capital of Toyama is Toyama City. 面積は4248平方キロメートル。Area is 4248 square kilometers. 人口は102万7000人です。Population is 1,027,000 people. 人口密度は1平方キロメートルあたり242人です。And population density is 242 people per square kilometer. 今、間違いないで全部日本語で読みましょう。Alright, I'm going to try to read the whole thing in Japanese without making any mistakes. 住民のほとんどが家を持っている島がある。人が住んでいる家、住宅の数は日本に約5361万戸。このうち持ち家は約3280万2000戸。都道府県では秋田県が約 77% 以上と最も多く、富山県がそれに続く。そんな富山県でも驚きなのが南砺市だ。人口あたりで見ると、持ち家の比率が約 90%。しかも家の敷地 面積は全国トップ。つまり、広い家に住んでいる人が多いということになる。ちなみに、南砺市は昔から木工技術の高い地域でもあり、野球の木製バットの生産数でも日本一だよ。今週も中部地方の愛知県を読みましょう。This week, let's also look at Aichi of the Chubu region. 自動車工業が日本一参加な愛知県。Aichi is Japan's number one active car manufacturing prefecture. 愛知県はまさに自動車王国。Aichi is absolutely the kingdom of cars. 県民の自家用車の保有台数は約418万台で、これは2位の埼玉県約320万台に100万台ほどの差をつけて、ぶち切りの一員だ。The number of people who own their own car in the prefecture number about 4,180,000. And second in ranking is Saitama with about 3,200,000 cars, which is about a 1 million car difference, putting them in first by a wide margin. これは愛知県の自動車工業が発達していることが大きい。Here, Aichi's auto production development is quite large. 愛知県には世界的な自動車メーカートヨタ自動車があり、自動車工場や部品などを作る関連工場が数多くある。Aichi has the international automaker Toyota's factories and has many connections to the factories that make the parts and accessories. トヨタ市で働く人の85% が自動車工業に関わっているほど。In Toyota City, 85% of the workers are connected to the automotive manufacturing. そのこともあり、愛知県は自動車を中心とした工業出荷額、自動車出荷台数も日本一だ。In addition, Aichi is also the center of industrial shipping and is number one in Japan for automotive shipping. 豊田市という名称はトヨタ自動車の会社から作られたんだ。The name Toyota City comes from the auto company Toyota. 愛知県の基本を知ろう。Things to know about 愛知。県庁所在地は名古屋市。The capital of 愛知 is 名古屋 City。面積は5173平方キロメートル。The area is 5,173 square kilometers. 人口は752万3000人。Population is 7,523,000 people. 人口密度は1平方キロメートルあたり1454人です。And population density is 1,454 people per square kilometer. 今、間違えないでずーっと日本語で読みましょう。これは難しいの。So I'm going to try and read this all the way through without making any mistakes. And this one's a tricky one for me. 自動車工業が日本一参加な愛知県。愛知県はまさに自動車王国。県民の自家用車の保有台数は約418万台で、これは2位の埼玉県約320万台に100万台を See, there's one. に100万台ほどの差をつけて ぶっちぎりの一員だ。これは愛知県は自動車工業が発達していることが大きい。愛知県には世界的な自動車メーカートヨタ自動車があり、自動車工場や部品などを作る関連工場が数多くある。豊田市で働く人の 85% が自動車工業に関わっているほど。そのこともあり、愛知県は自動車の中心とした工業出荷額、自動車出荷台数も日本一だ。ありがとうございました。皆さん、本当にありがとうございました。いつも見てる友達と新しい人にも本当にありがとうございました。よく助けてくれましたね。I just want to thank you to everyone who watches these videos, whether you are friends who are always watch, or if you're someone new who's just found me and made it all the way to this point in the video. Thank you so much. There's two little points of context I want to give about these particular absolutely nerdy chapters that go on about housing and cars and all the fascinating socioeconomic stuff that just really catches the views. One, the fact that there are so many people in a single city who own a home is absolutely fascinating for the reason that in especially the bigger cities in Japan, and we're not talking people in a countryside owning houses, in a city that many people own a home is extremely rare because, again, having landlords who rent out units that make it affordable for people to live there is a very common thing, to the point that, especially in Tokyo, you have, land is at a premium, and any place there's a higher population density, that land is extremely valuable and therefore harder to buy and harder to own. And for people to own a home, and not just own a home, but as the chapter says, have the largest area, land plots to live on in the country, is quite an actually interesting thing. Also, the car makers, there are many, many notable car makers in Japan, and to have one city out of all those car makers be like, no, we're the one that have the most. And the chapter also said active car manufacturing. It used to be elsewhere, I believe Yokohama, that most of the cars were produced in Japan, but currently in the 2000s we're talking about that this is the #1 producer of auto manufacturing in Japan is a notable thing as well. And also because Japan has public transportation, there's less of a need for cars and things like that, because you could get on a bus, a train, or an easy to hail taxi to get where you need to go with so little stress. It's one of the things in America that I'm severely jealous of in Japan is the absolutely wonderful public transportation system. On time, clean, can't say enough about it. But I'm saying enough about plenty of things, so need to end this. Thank you again, and remember, 物語を読んで、物語を言って、物語を楽しんでくださいね。So always remember to read stories, tell stories, and enjoy stories. Bye!